I've invested in agriculture between the ladums and my farm over $35 million. I know a lot about sheep breeding and also horticulture. Come back to the Gambia and do for my country. If you have a passion for something and you know you can make money from your passion, I'll advise you to put your money there and invest in your passion and you'll be successful. Because once upon a time, I was in the US Army. I went to war many times to Afghanistan and Iraq, right? I moved back to my country, but I still have stress, war stress, you know what I mean? You know, but when I'm with my sheep, you know, that stress is gone away.
It's gone away.
Yes, I don't feel the stress, you know. I don't even care about what is happening around the world, outside the world. No. So there's more wars in the Western nations, you know, around the world than there is in Africa, right? But they promote their countries like a business, you know. They always want to show the positive side. They want to brainwash people to believe that their countries, everything there is gold, everything there is white. You know what I mean? Pure. But when you come to a third world nation, everything down there is red, dark, evil, nasty, poverty, starvation, malnutrition. You know what I mean?
Here go, welcome to the champion genetics in the Gambia, West Africa, the smiling coast. A Gambian brother who was in UK, and then he was in US, and then he left UK, he left US, he is in the Gambia investing $1 million project in the Gambia. So here go, we will go inside and then we will meet him, we will talk to him live and direct so that you, the brother from another mother out there, you can inspire from an African brother, humble African brother who left Europe to invest back in the motherland. So if in case if you're in need of land, Ladum sheep is one of the best person to contact in the Gambia, West Africa. If you want to know more, we will drop their number in the ending of the video. Talk to them live and direct. He is the president of Ladum Association in the Gambia. So he's the best out of rest. He lead in the Gambia and others follow.
Nice Gambia.
Nice Gambia.
Welcome to the Poultry SP Saho champion genetic. One of the most successful poultry in town. Every successful man, there's a human behind him. There is the pride of the livestock. The Poultry SP Saho champion genetic. They nekk na poultry bi nga xamne moy number one poultry in town. He sacrificed, he invests everything to stand firm in this livestock. That's why he have one of the most successful farm in town. And you know, every successful man, there's a human behind him. Moy Elen Baldesaho. Te mangla introduce ak man bi nga xamne he migrated from USA only for animal husbandry. He moy Abu Queen bi. Wa Abu mo nek Elen moy Abu. Sonko moy Jomay moy Sonko.
Wow, dega.
Mashallah.
Mun nga intro sa bopa to the four corner of the world right now. Adna bi yeb ñu nga setan.
Okay, my name is Abu Bakar Serigne Bamba Saho, Borom Champion Genetics, the husband of Ellen Balde Saho, Premier Dame First Lady. Mangi judo Banjul, Yaro Banjul, after am chance opportunity bi dem bitim rew janga fa, liggéey fa, after decide pour delu ci Gambia to become a farmer. Wow, pour améliorer food security bi ci dëkk bi fii nii. Wow, right now here as Bazari SB Saho, we are doing part of our sheep operation. Here, di ngeen gis ne ladum operation bi leen fee def waaye si farm bi tam am na beneen operation buñ faa def including fooders for the animals. So another day dinañ doxantu si farm bi.
Well, before we go further, before we intro your queen will intro herself, will you let us know the reason why you left US and invest back to the motherland?
Wow, the reason for that is since childhood I always know that Gambia is my country and home is where the heart is. Therefore, I know no matter what I invest overseas and work, you know, it will never be my home. That Gambia is my home and the Gambia need my services, it need my skills, my knowledge, you know. And knowing that I know a lot about sheep breeding and also horticulture, it would behoove me to come back to the Gambia and do for my country, rather than sitting around waiting for my country to do for me.
Wow. Wow. So can you please let us know when do you start farming?
This one, We started this livestock about the year 2020. That's when I went around with a friend called EJ around, to look for ladums in the Gambia. And at that time, there was not many breeders.
In the
So I
Gambia.
was able to buy one from one of my friends now. And then after that, I went to Senegal, went after the best genetics down there. And then I recruited some and bring them back to the Gambia and start doing my crossing, to
Wow.
now where we are now.
Where we are. So, well, before we go further, can you tell us since 2020 till day today, 2024, how much do you invest into agriculture?
I've invested in agriculture between the ladums and my farm. We have a big farm in Bonto, over $35 million.
Can you say that again?
Over $35 million we have invested in our livestock production and horticulture production. Yes.
So since you invest 35 million, are you seeing the benefit or the payback of it?
Oh yes, definitely. Because agriculture, you can't go wrong doing agriculture in the Gambia. If somebody, before, in times of our grandparents and stuff like that, our parents, they were not doing agriculture commercially, like these new generations, like what we are doing. We commercialize it, mechanize it, and we are seeing the benefit because we are doing it in a more professional way. Before they do the hard work, but less returns. But now we do the smart work and more returns. I mean, if you look at the ladum breeds here, for example, our prices start at 150,000 for a young one. And if you buy a young one or you buy a big one for 200, 300, 400,000, between 1 year you get your return of investment. You get your money back, with profit.
With profit. Can you say that again?
Between 1 year, doing this ladum business, you can get your money back with profit. It's all about where to buy from. And currently in the Gambia, we have the best genetics. Bazir SBSA have the best ladum genetics. We have the largest intensive ladum operation in the Gambia. We have it. And also, members of Gampras Association. If you go around, you find that they are members. Gampras Association have the best ladum breeds in the country. Yes. So therefore, whether you get it from me, I'm also a member of Gampras Association. Whether you get it from me or any member of Gampras, you get the best quality.
Best quality.
Yes. But right now, we are number one.
Yeah, well before.
And also, he's the president of the association.
The president
Yes.
of Gam Ladum
Gampras Association,
Association.
which is the largest ladum breeding association in the Gambia.
In the Gambia.
Yes.
So what do you think Africa is having and what do you think Africa is lacking when it comes to agriculture?
What we are lacking when it comes to agriculture is government support. And when I say government support, what we need the most in terms of government support is security, meaning security for our businesses. For example, if you look at the poultry sector, there's a lot of Gambians who invest millions of dollars into the poultry sector, but the government is not protecting that industry. We have the chicken legs and the eggs coming from overseas, and those coming from overseas are way cheaper. So they're dumping the low quality chickens here, the poultry here, and then it's hurting our industry. Then you look at what else too? Everything, my brother.
Yeah,
Corn, egg, everything. Vegetables, they're coming from out of the country.
Out of the country.
Yeah, and our women are suffering, in their what they call narco. They come to the market, they have carrots coming from all the way from Morocco, Senegal to Gambia, cabbages and things like that. So the government is not protecting our industry. That's number one. As far as Gambians go, people like me, there's many other. We are giving it our best, trying to do our best for the country. We don't need funds from the government. What we need is protection in the sector that we are doing, in the agriculture sector, all that. We need protection. That's all.
That's all. We got a lot to talk about, but I know people they will be in a haste to see the ladums and the farm, everything. Can you accompany us,
Yes,
show us
sure.
everything?
Welcome.
Mike. I'll fix it, Mike. Telephone may ring.
Abbas.
So interview, try na fish.
Okay.
Rocky Chai. Now, as you can see here in this box, this the oldest one here is 7 months old. Right? The oldest one is 7 months old. Right? The youngest one here is 5 months old. You know, yes.
So how many of them are here?
Here in this box you have 10 young females, young ewes they call them. You know, yeah. Um, they are production of one male called Sita Yalmin. Sita Yalmin is a son of atomic bâtonnier. It's a top bloodline in Senegal.
in Senegal.
Yes, I recruited their father. You know, it cost me a lot of money. I brought him back, so I was able to sell all the male ones and some of the female ones. But these ones are the ones I keep. You know, for the future production.
For the future.
Yes.
Okay. So in case somebody or someone might be needed in the Gambia,
Yes.
are you ready to sell them, right?
No, not all of them because they are our replacement stock,
Okay.
right? There are some for sale, you know, and our prices, like I said in the beginning, start from $150,000 upwards, you know. Yeah. Not all is for sale, but there will be few that will be available for sale right now.
Right now.
Yes,
Wow.
only few.
So by here,
Now here, these are the mothers and their young ones.
more.
For currently right here, in this box, we don't have any for sale, you know, because majority of them are all females. So, and we keep them for replacement. They will be replacing their mothers in a year and a half time from now, you know. The mothers will go to the farm operation, you know, and this one will replace their mothers here.
This is amazing, you know.
Yeah, if you see, majority of all this were born here, you know.
So how old this small one is?
Now the small one here, that one is about 2 weeks old.
2 weeks.
Yes, about 2 weeks old. There's some that are about 4 days old.
The small
The black ones over there are like 4 days old. Yes. And if you come to this box number 2, yes, this box number 2, you see that they are pregnant. They're all about 3.5 months pregnant right now, except the little one I put in here. You know, this one laying down. Yes, she's 7 months old. You know, she belongs to that other box, but she's in heat right now, so I kept her in this box. Yeah.
So what is the thing on top
Oh,
of
the
this?
stone on top of the wood, that's a mineral block.
Mineral?
Block.
What is the use
They
of
call it mineral leak. The use for is like when the sheep want minerals in their body, right? They lick it, you know. Yeah, that way they will not have mineral deficiency, you know. It has all the vital necessary minerals. It has, you know.
it have use and benefits? Tell us the reason why you fix fans here.
Well, the fans during the heat time, you know. I mean, we are lucky. Our location we don't have intensive heat periods, right? But just in case we do, we put the fan on for them to cool them down, you know. Yeah, because these are VIP ships, you know. Yeah, they don't.
Yeah.
They are kept in the box. It's called zero grazing system, intensive system, right?
Yeah.
They don't go around, walk around on it. They stay in the box, you know, and they get cared for. Everything that they need, we provide for them, you know. We grow their fodder in the farm, you know. Yeah, all the hay they need, we grow it at the farm. So the only thing that we buy is the concentrates, things like corn and things, you know.
So are you working ahead to farm all those?
Yes, we are. I mean, right now the capacity, we are looking for a much larger farm, you know, to be able to grow our cereal crops, you know. But right now, we're not lucky yet, you know. But hopefully soon in the future, we'll be able to have something like 400 by 400, or yes, and going upwards, you know.
So maybe somebody or someone in here out there, they might be love to make a joining hand to you to build more farm in the Gambia across the country. Are you ready to work with the
Yes, sure.
investors out there?
Yeah, we are ready to work with investors out there. I mean, we can give, when I say work with them, meaning we can give them our advice, you know, and things like that, and tell them how our experience, how we see doing this in Gambia, you know, but not partnership, meaning like, you know what I mean, because of human beings nowadays, you know, yeah, you know, so So ethics and morals play a lot, but honest advice, we can always give.
Always.
Yes.
So anything
We
that you are
work with
doing
you.
in
Yes.
life, you must face some challenges.
Yes.
What are your challenges from the start breeding in
Uh,
2020
for
to today?
today, our only challenge I can say, really, right, is the human resources.
What do you mean by human
What I
resources?
mean about that is to get quality workers that are serious,
Serious and
yes,
focused
and
into what they are
focused,
doing.
and take this seriously, like we are taking it seriously.
Seriously.
Yeah, that is the main constraint. Apart from that, really, because I cannot say that the feed is expensive because of we went the extra mile to grow our own feed. Yes, corn and things like that, the concentrates, they're expensive, but the sheep are the one paying for them, for it. It's not coming from our pocket, but it's coming from them.
How comes it's coming from them?
How
Can you let
comes
us
it's
know?
coming? Yes, very good. Like, for example, this one give a birth, right? And her offspring, boy or girl, if I sell the offspring for 150,000 or $200,000, I can keep 50,000 aside for me.
Yeah.
The 100,000 I can put
It's
towards
going back to the
but to
farm.
them. Yes, and there are a number of them. So at the end of the day, you see that they take care of themselves, they take care of you, and they take care of your workers.
Your workers.
Yes, and also you keep in mind, if we are not putting in the litter in our farms, we are also selling the litter. That money also too is coming back to us.
Back to you.
Yes.
Like I
So,
said.
and the sack for that is $150.
One bag.
One bag.
One
One
bag
bag of the litter. Yes.
for the fertilizer.
Yeah, for the fertilizer, the manure.
So there is number 3.
Yeah, number 3. If you look at number 3, also they're 4 months pregnant.
4.
4 months, yeah, those ones, they're 4 months pregnant. So next month, inshallah, they will all give birth.
So meaning all these 5s, they are all
Yes,
pregnant.
yes, they're all
So
pregnant.
within
right
4 or
now.
5 months, this one might be produce.
Twins. No, she always
Twins?
have twins. This
Twins?
one, and
Okay.
she's carrying twins because I do an ultrasound on her. She's carrying twins. She's carrying single. That one is single. This black one is also carrying twins.
Twins.
Yeah. Last time she also had twin. This one had twin. This one single.
So
That
the
one
more they are
single.
twins is more beneficial than
Yes. Yes.
single.
Yes.
I will get to.
And majority, like I said, of all this we are born here, but we always like to keep some of these young ones to replace their mothers later on.
Wow.
Yeah, this one was born here too.
This one?
She's 12 months old.
12 months.
Yes, she was just bred about 17 days ago with that male, the young
So
male
what
one.
will be your powerful advice to because some people they get their multi-million-dollar pounds and euros,
Yes.
dollars, but they don't know exactly where to put it in. Like if you tell him that this is 100,000 plus, he
Yes.
might be thinking when I invest into it, I might be lose. What will be
Okay.
your advice for them not to be?
My advice is, no matter how much money you have, if you want to invest it in something you know, invest it in something you like doing. If you have a passion for something, you know that you can make money with your passion, try and do it.
Can you say that again?
If you have a passion for something, and nowadays, and you can make money from your passion, I'll advise you to put your money there and invest in your passion, and you'll be successful. Why? Because, for example, me, this is my passion. Whether I'm doing it as a business or not, I'm enjoying it. It's my therapy. Because once upon a time, I was in the US Army. I went to war many times to Afghanistan and Iraq, right? I moved back to my country, but I still have stress, war stress, you know what I mean? But when I'm with my sheep, that stress is gone away.
It's gone away.
Yes, I don't feel the stress, I don't even care about what is happening around the world, outside the world. No,
Because you
I'm
get
in
your
my
free
own
mind.
world. I have a free month, stress-free. I come to my sheep, hold her like this, rub her, take good care of her, making sure she's healthy.
Yeah.
She's well tamed, as
Yeah,
you can
very
see.
tamed. They are used to you.
Yeah, they're used to me.
Yeah.
There's no stress.
The big one is somehow aggressive. But when you get
He's
there,
yeah, but he was not born here.
okay.
You see, that's why he have a little temper because he want to show us that he is the alpha male. You know, do Harry Tappet.
Wow,
He is
Mom
the alpha
Jamba.
male, yes. So he want to say you like his namesake, the 14. You know, he's tough. You know, that's why. You know, yes. You know, so as you can see, that's number 4. You know, this one was born here too.
All this sheep are carrying?
Yeah, no, this one they just bred 17 days ago, except this one just bred yesterday and today. The male is the one right now, you know, working with her. You know,
So you get more females than males. Can
yes.
you tell us the reason why?
The reason for that is you need one male, one ram,
Okay.
for maybe up to 50 ewes. You know, one ram can service up to 50.
50 females.
50 females. One ram can do that, you know. So if you have an intensive system like this, when he services these ones, you take her to a different box that needs servicing, you know, and he will service those ones too. And he will have plenty of time to rest and plenty of time to eat nutrition food. Yeah, so he was never tired, he's never malnourished, you know.
So are you also planning to do the local sheep breeding in the Gambia?
No, the local sheep breeding, that's a waste of time and waste of money. And I will tell you why. The local one, it will take you 2 years for a local sheep to even have maybe 40 kilos, you know, while the ladum at 6 months of age can even have 50 kilos.
Wow.
So why waste your time with the local one, you know? And also, the ladum, okay, you might buy one for 150,000, example, 200,000. Some might even sell you for less, depending on the relationship you have with the person selling it, you know. Now, if you have a male ladum, you cross it with the Bali female or the Chadian females, right? Their offspring at 6 months, you can sell for 20,000.
20.
Yes. Doing Tobaski, the same thing. You know what I mean? So that is much quicker, faster return.
Do sales?
Yeah, that is one of what Bazari SB Saho Champion Genetic does, is giving back to our people, you know.
Yeah.
Now, no matter how expensive we sell our Lado meals, right, but during Tobaski time, we will sell you at 25,000, 30,000, 50,000, we will sell you that, right? But what we are selling you, we will be selling you that as Tobaski rams, but not as breeding genetic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right, we're not going to tell you the pedigree and all that. We just sell you Tobaski ram. It's part of our way of giving back. Yes.
So what do you think, or what is your inspiration like? How will we change the narrative of Africa? Because all these big platforms around the world, where they talk about Africa is hungry children, violence, war, you know, and crimes, you know, and hungry children. So what is the narrative? Because Africa is beautiful. It's the reason why we create the platform to show people Africa is beautiful, especially the Gambia, the smiling coast of Africa. People think that still there are wars, hungry people, violence in Africa.
Well, there's more wars in the Western nations, you know, around the world than there is in Africa, right? But they promote their countries like a business, you know. They always want to show the positive side. They want to brainwash people to believe that their countries, everything there is gold, everything there is white. You know what I mean? Pure. But when you come to a third world nation, everything down there is red, dark, evil, nasty, poverty, starvation, malnutrition, you know what I mean? But while they are feeding of us, understand, from Africa, our oil, our resources, you know what? Yes, man, you know.
Africa
you
feeding the world.
We feed in the world, but yet we are the poorest, right? Because for the most part, our governments don't have the courage, right, to stand for what Africa truly stand, you know. For the most part, we don't have the courage, you know, to do a better deals with our mineral, our natural resources, you know what I mean? Yes, for the most part also, most of these resources were signed. The deal was signed many years ago, you know what I mean? You know, but people, somebody like Yaya Jammeh, you know, he was brave, you know what I mean, to stand his ground, you know what I mean? I'm not calling our current president, I'm not saying that he's not brave, you know, but he was not aggressive, he's not aggressive like Yaya Jammeh, you know. I don't think he have the courage like Yaya Jammeh did, you know, to hold on to our natural resources and have a better contract that will favor the Gambians, you know. Look at our fish in the ocean, you know. Yeah, Tanje, everything. Fish is too expensive now. You know what I mean? We sold all those licenses to the foreigners, you know. So now, to get a good fish right here is a problem, you know. So, and we're not protecting our industries, you know. Like I said, the poultry industry is not protected. You know what I mean? Now, our government stood their ground, you know, and make sure that imported poultry is not coming into the country. That way, the poultry farmers here will have the courage to expand their capacity, you know, and also the dairy farmers, you know, that when dairy farmers, when I say it, are people that are doing milk, you know, the cow milks, you know, we have farmers like that here, you know, but they cannot expand to their full capacity because of we have all this powder milk coming into the country, you know. For us, men like me, doing this shift for Tobaski, you can say that our business is somewhat protected, but not by the government. It's because of the people that are bringing the sheep from Mali, selling it during the periods of Tobaski, are selling at a higher price. Therefore, when we decide to sell our much quality sheep at 25,000 for Tobaski, 20,000 for Tobaski, our quality beats their quality, our ships beat their ships, so we can compete in that market, you know. But it's not because the government is protecting our industry.
So what's your target from here to 10 years for the Gambians when it comes to agriculture farming?
Well, when it comes to agriculture farming, I wish that the government can supply serious farmers with machines that they need to farm. Even if they have to sell it to them, give it to them as a loan, but with less interest. So that way, the farmers can expand. Because there are farmers that have, you know, 50 hectares, you know, 30 hectares, 20 hectares, but they cannot farm it all. They can only farm maybe 25 by 25, 100 by 100 during rain season. Why? Because the manpower, like I said earlier, human resources, we are lack of that. Most youths, they travel the back ways. Why is that? To seek opportunity in a distance. When the real opportunity is right here in their own backyard.
Can you say that again? That's a
Our
point.
youths, they move, they go to the back way to seek opportunity in the far distance. When the real opportunity is right here in their own backyard, but they cannot see it. Why? Because it is so hard, you know, to do this farming the way that our moms, our dads, our grandparents, you know, our ancestors used to do it, back breaking, because of there's no machines.
No machines,
Yeah?
yeah.
But if the government invests in machines and invest in the farmers by lending it to the farmers, right farmers, people that are seriously into this agriculture and working, you know, that way they can hire the youth. You know, a youth man will rather sit on a tractor and till the soil than holding a ngos or hoe and going like this. You know what I mean? Breaking their backs. Nobody want to do it, no matter how strong you are. You know what I mean? You don't want that intensive hard labor under the sun. So we prefer to use tractors and machines. So if the government invests in that, invest in boreholes, you know, or machines that can, you know, pumps that can suck the water from the river Gambia into the farms, you know, you have more farmers, more people will be employed. You know? Come on.
So do you get the belief that we can make it in Africa, in the Gambia,
Yes.
with or without going out?
Yes, we can make it.
Can you
We
tell us
can
the
make it.
reason why you say
We can make it here. Okay, example. I will give you a perfect example. One of the guys that work for me here in the farm, he has never been out. He have brothers that took the back way, they overseas, right? He get great salary, and I don't mean good salary. I mean great salary, right? He get great salary. Through the sales of these ships, he also have a house. I bought a house for him. You know what I mean? How shall I say? The ships bought a house for him. You understand, right? From this, so, and with a little bit time, these ships will also build the house for him. Yes. You see that? So, and also, when he get older, right, these ships will also start a business for him. That is our wish.
Meaning you are not working for yourself, but still you're working, looking after your work.
Yes, after work is the main priority. You know, you have to look after your workers. Your workers are important, but they have to also be workers that are serious, and you know that they're giving your business their whole time. So therefore, if you give back to them, invest back to them, you know, it's win-win.
Yes. I want to ask you a question like, are you ready to feed the whole Gambia without going out?
Yes, I cannot feed the whole Gambia, but I can only contribute. And when with this mutant, right, I can contribute. And there's other farmers that are doing it large scale. Someone like Ibrahim Jalo, EJ, he has the farm called the Jalos Farm. He's doing commercial crossbreeding operation there, right? And every Tobaski, he sells a lot of sheep to the nation, to the public, right? He's also doing ladon breeding also on the side. So he have two operations going on. So, I mean, he used to be in England. Now he's in Gambia. Now, I bet you if you tell him that I'll give you $1 million to move back to England and work there, he will not take you $1 million or $1 million. You know what I mean? Because he's making it here. He's happy. He's get to chill with his family all the time. You know, he employ people. You know, life is good in the Gambia. Yes, it's going normal. I mean, it's kind of, the country is expensive now. We all know that. You know what I mean? But we know why it is expensive, because our currency don't have power.
Power, yeah.
Yeah.
You got some visitors, so can we continue?
Yes, sure. Yeah. Yeah.
So what this one is here?
These young ones here are also replacement ewes, you know. They were born here. The one is 6 months, this 7 months, and this one's next month they will be 4 months. Oh,
4 months.
yes, next month,
So
yes.
likely it's 3 months.
3 months, yes, 3 months, 20 days, you know. Yeah, you know. So they're coming up. See, that's why we say the ladum. When people talk about how come a ladum costs 150,000, 200,000, 500,000, 600,000, it's not because of the meat, right? But the genetic, right? We are selling you genetics, something you can use to change a whole race, you know, like a species, you know. Example, if you take this ladum and cross it with a bali bali, you get a bigger offspring, you know. Bigger
than the.
Yeah, bigger than that's
the
what
ladum
we
itself.
call the hybrid Vigo, you know.
Hybrid?
Vigo. Wow, because of what? They will take the average, the best from the ladum, the best, the average from the bali bali or the asawat, you know, and give you that hybrid Vigo. Yeah, that F1, you know, will be huge and very fast growing. And with that kind of operation, we will be able to satisfy the meat demand, the mutant meat, you know, the mutant in Gambia. We will in a matter of time, you know. You just need to invest in bigger farm.
Yeah, the last and final section.
Yeah, this young ones or this big one. Yeah, yeah. These are female. These are young females. 13 months, 14 months.
13, 14.
14 months of age. Yeah.
Wow, it's
You know?
likely 1 year.
Yeah.
1 year, 1 week.
1 year, 1 month, 1 year, 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah, they're young. You know, they're
Can you
young.
tell us the reason why you put all these granite waste?
Yeah, the granite shells, we use them as litter. It will hold the ammonia down, meaning the smell. It will, as you can see, the place is not smelling. You know, there's not. I mean, there's not many flies here.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you can sit in here and chill with the sheep. You know what I
course,
mean?
of course,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, and also when they poo on it, you know, and it build up, their pee, as you can see, is not wet, right?
wet, yeah.
We can later on take this one and go and make compost at the farm, you know, to feed it back to the soil, or we use it as mulch, you know, put it on top of the farm, dress it, you know, and then as we water every day, you know what I mean, the sheep poo, you know, the manure will decompose slowly, you know, and every time you water, as the water touches it and it's going down, it becomes what you call compost tea. You know what I mean? Yeah, like that coffee. It, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I see
So,
your point.
yeah.
Wow. Boy, pa, ina kaya bijan na to. Ñu bari na nga tudda sa.
That one, Tafatin.
Tafatin.
Yeah, Tafatin. You know, Tafatin, he's the future. Also, yeah, he's the one currently. He's working now. So he is to breed with these young females right now. This one is 17 months, right? This one, 22 months.
22.
Right, yes, 22 months. That one is 14 months. Yeah, yes, 14 months. So they're here for him to mate with them.
So is the only male, the male one that's serving all these?
For these ones, yeah, for this one now. Then afterwards, because I choose who breed with who, you know, based on genetics, you know, because what I want is to compose the best genetic lines possible, you know, yes. you know. So that's why it's gonna when he breed with them, their offspring is gonna have what we call cocktail dasa,
Can you say that
meaning
again?
cocktail dasa. Their offsprings, you know,
Offsprings, yeah.
because they will have the magistrat, the abdufal, the salum, the tranga. You know what I mean? All those top genetics, ladum genetics, will be in the offsprings, you know.
So what would be your last and final message to the viewers out there? Because we see a lot of followers from Nice Gambia, they are
Yes.
interested into agriculture, and also tell them how you do your settings, how do your sellings, and then
Yes.
advise them to repatriate to Africa because there is no place like home, and they invest back to Africa so that they can employ more youth, so that we can stop the operation youth
Parkway.
going to Parkway.
Yes.
What would be your powerful message to African brothers who are out there?
Yes, to my African brothers and sisters, those at home and those abroad, my advice is that whenever it is possible, you know, if you are overseas and you're making money, try and save as much as you can save. Come back and invest in agriculture if your passion is in agriculture or sheep breeding, things like that, right? Try your best to have a farm, establish it, buy machines before even coming back home. You need machines, right? That way you can grow your own fodder for your animals, right? Now also you can grow fodder to sell to other sheep dealers, yeah, even at Abuko, if you have fodders, you can sell to those sheep dealers over there, So yeah, so the sky is the limit in what you can do here in the Gambia, Yeah, there's so many things. It's a developing country, as the name say, So therefore, there's a lot of things that you can do at home, Most things you will not know, but myself and there's other Gambian citizens that are here, doing what I'm doing or doing other kinds of business. If you engage with them, they will
That's
tell
why
you.
Nice Gambia always love to
Yeah.
go,
Around.
meeting people so that
Yes.
they can inspire others who are out there who want to do it. But most of people, they don't even think that Ladum is in the Gambia.
Yeah, it's in the Gambia, and luckily for the Gambians, like I said, we are the largest intensive ladum operation in the Gambia. It's Bazare SBSA champion genetic. We have the absolute best ladums in the Gambia, So people that want the best, they can get it from us. They will not make a mistake, You don't have to go to Senegal unless you choose to go to Senegal, and that is your right if you want to go to the Senegal to buy, In the beginning, when we don't have plenty of ladums in the Gambia, and at this quality, we went to Senegal, We spent a lot of money, millions, to buy this ladum, to bring it back. That way that when our people want it, we will be able to sell it to them at a cheaper price. Yeah, so it is here. If you really and truly want it, we will work with you, and give you the best.
So what will be your message to Nice Gambia
Well,
platform?
nice Gambia. I just want to thank you guys first and tell you that the work you are doing, we appreciate it. And it is opening eyes for a lot of Gambians, those at home and those abroad. I have a brother called Lamin Saho. He's in Washington State, He watches Nice Gambia all the time. And every time he see me, he call me, hey bro, I saw you at Nice Gambia, So therefore, Nice Gambia, keep on doing what you are doing, And for my brother down there, Lamin Saho, my message to him is, bro, you are doing good. Keep working hard. And remember, the heart is here in the Gambia. Come back home. Gambia is waiting for you, my brother.
Come close the
Yes.
video. Yo, mun nga la kasi all of it. Hold on, chill, Mike. What will be your final and last message to the viewers out there?
Okay, suma final and last message bi mooy ne Gambian si nañ booloo jàppalante waaw ba pare ñëwaat si agriculture bi parce que agriculture bi moom pertement amut si.
There's no losers.
There is no losers mooy si animal husbandry bi mbaate si horticulture bi dara amut si losers. The only problem mooy rek mooy nit waaye nit yi gis nañ léegi dangaa mécanise rek waaw nan nit yi ñëwaat ba pare maa ngi was ma bokka ñu nekk aaw tamit ñu seet ku ko si mun mu dellu si ñëw invest si agriculture bi waaw definitely moom moo gën day to day job bi out foofu noonu waaw moo ko gën fuufu yoon soo fi ñëwee am sa tool am sa ñu baax ñu laa liggéeyal waaw wax dëgg yàlla agriculture bi moom man de awma dara lu ma see réccu waaw is the only solution
So do you get to believe that agriculture, because most of people say this, agriculture is the backbone of Africa, but I, Lucky, say no to that. Agriculture is the oxygen of Africa. What do you say about that?
Very true, it's the oxygen parce que tey ku fi lekku doo ñun ñëpp suñu lekkutoon duñ fi mun a taxaw. waaw ba pare lu maa gën a ñaanal tamit mooy government bi. na government bi nañ support pharmacy. nañ fa support pharmacy bu baax a baax. ba pare nañ ñëw on the field. check pharmacy. parce que tey am na ñu bari dañoo ñëw mbuboo ne pharmacie lañ lii ak lii ak lële ak lële ak lële just to have funds. loolu moo tax depuis day one dëkk bi fu ñu nekk foofu lañ toll. parce que they are giving the funds to the wrong people. dañoo ñëw ma suy toog leen maa toog leen political leen ñu jël xaalis bi yëpp jox leen parce que ñooñu loolu du seen personne. loo xam ne du sa personne doo si mun a def sa dara waaye ñu seet nit ñoo xam ne invest nañ seen xaalis bu baree bari si agriculture mi dem support leen. waaw ñëw si field bi round check gis ñu def ñu jox jàppale leen ku eeg ba pare soo ko poussé rek dafaa dem waaye si koo xam ne eegut mu depuis judduwuma agriculture fonds yu dul jeexaa ñëw waaye fan la suñu agriculture dem
during our school days si yi sa dañu day wax ne ku jàngut da ngaa rëccu da ngaa mujjee dellu
agriculture waaye tey man ma wax la ne agriculture is meant for the richest people in this country.
Can you say that again?
It's meant for the richest people in this country parce que agriculture bi dafa seer so loolu rek lay ñaan government bi nañ ñëw check ñoo xam ne ñu ngee liggéey ñoo xam ne invest nañ already am nañ seen faan jël nañ seen xaalis ñoom seen xaalis yi boobu buñ liggéey si millions dugal ko si agriculture bi ñu jàppale ñooñu waaye buñ toppa ñoo xam ne tey dañoo ñëw ne la maa ngi nii maa ngi ne la wax bu neex rek nga ekkati fond bi jox leen ñu dem dañ koo misuse loolu moo tax depuis day one suñu agriculture bi fu mu toll la toll si dëkk bi demut fen xanaa individual yu try di pousse wi te dégg nañ fi fonds yu dul jeex fonds yu dul jeex mu ngi si dëkk bi si for agriculture waaye it's not going to the right people it's going to the wrong people so loolu nag su continuer dëkk bi du dem fen waaye lu maa wax government bi rek nañ ñëw seet gis ñu liggéey ñu support ñooñu ñu ko soxla waaw loolu lay tëjee
ak ñu xamante ñu ngi fi ak
ñu nekk si biti bugg a pare parce que ñu bari ñu ngi si biti ñëw nañ invest seen xaalis bu dul jeex soo ñooñu suñu leen supporté ñooñu already am nañ common sense bi xam nañ know-how bi bugga nañ ko soo ñooñu soo leen supporté agriculture dëkk bi dafaa dem waaye soo demee ku ñëw rek mu ne la maa ngee béy maa ngee def nii nga ekkati nga jox ko du dem soo loolu rek laa am pour waxoon waaw dina government waaw nañ support nit yi viewers si nag maa leen naa gërëm di leen santa di leen ne ngeen subscribe and follow Nice Gambia waaw
thank you jërëjëf waaw lan lay sa final message
my final message to the people moo nekk ne comme tey livestock bu nekk ni nañ ko jàppee ñaari loxo ñu bañ koo bàyyi parce que ñu ne xëcc boo xam ne du toog rek dina agsi te mun a waaxu xam fi nga jëm moo ko gën a óor ku ko ma ne mun a waaxu xam fi nga jëm moo ko gën a óor di la wax ne tey Nice Gambia tey femme boo leen ñëw si luñ nekk dañ ko xam dañ jàng genetic in schools ñëw pour ko into practice moo tax tey nga gis xar yi ñu mel nii ñu ngi healthy parce que luñ jàng la
yow loo bugga léegi am comme nit mu bugg a gënd si lii ban façon advice nga ko amal pour mu gënd ko si yéen moom tam mu dugg si agriculture
waaw lu ma ko advice rek moo nekk comme tey livestock bi dafa am nu mu dee doxee moo nekk xar yi foog nga xam kan moo leen jur kan mooy seen papa ak seen yaay ak kan mooy seen maam bala nga jënd xar yi lu ñu dee jënd because of xar rek lañ déedéet you must know their parents before buying them understand nga you must know comme foog nga xam seen lineage before buying them xar bu nekk dafa am fu mu munee fu mu munee comme tey waaw mu jógee ko xar bu nekk dafa am fu mu jógee ko tey su nekkee tey lan ngay liggéey si xar su nekkee si njool ngay liggéey si xar am na famille xar boo xam ne ñoom njool rek lañ dee def su nekkee gudda la am na si famille xar waaw
jabar sa soo ko ut
waaw
da ngay dem si famille
boo xam ne
wala nga dem si nébo yi lecture about jigéen bi
bala nga koo tax di seen ting si xar yi di seen ting si xar yi xar yi doo leen de ñëw rek nga dugal si waaye lu ma wax Gambie
bugga lu baax rek def lu baax
waaye lu ma wax Gambie nañ bàyyi xel si bergerie bi nga xam ne mooy champion génétique parce que dañoo dox ndeyjoor ak càmmoñ parce que soo xoolee tey fii laado moo fi nekk waaye soo demee Bonto we have Tobaski operation xar yoo xam ne pour Tobaski rek la ñu di jaay pour Tobaski waaye it's the same farm soo lu laa wax ne comme tey femme bi lu ko ñor moo nekk Gambia food sufficient mu am te buñ jooyaat pour Tobaski buñ dem jéegi ne waa dem outside country pour Tobaski non te lu lii di xee ak li nga xam ne moom la Gampraas di xee mooy si association bi moo nekk naka la doomi Gambien bu nekk di gisee ne moom Tabaski mun naa génnee poosam mu afford eraam dugal ko këram ñoom seen xeex moo nekk Gambien bu nekk nu moo gisee ne moom mun naa afford Tabaski si poosam mu jën a xar dugal ko këram at a reasonable price loolu mooy lan IJ mu ne when food is cheap sheep is going to be cheap loolu liggéey gox nañ la
when the food
is cheap sheep is going to be cheap because the biggest challenge tey si livestock bi moo nekk feeding when feeding is cheap sheep is going to be cheap tey ngooñ dafa seer ripaas dafa seer mboxa dafa seer tey ifin raakal bu ñoo jënd sax dafa seer tey raakal bi is Gambian product dafa seer so moo tax président IJ mu ngi wax ne mu ne su nekkee food feeding is cheap so sheep yi dinañ mën a cheap waa ji la wax ne nag bergerie bi nga xam ne mooy bergerie Serigne Bamba Sakho dafa taxawee ñaari tànka mooy élevage si laadum ñu ngi topp kerem ak di picc xar yu baax tey soo ñëwee bonto xar boo bëgg pour Tabaski mën nañu la ko génne ñu jox la ko
bonto fii
yooyu solution of the livestock loo soxla ñu jox la Serigne Bamba Sakho
Serigne Bamba Sakho
loo soxla
bro da nga bëgg a wax
waaw macha allah waaw maa leen naa jaajëfal di jaajëfal seen viewers yi waaw léegi wax ne ñu la Sama Sadio Network ñu ngi ànd ak bergerie SB Sakho champion genetic one of the top bergerie right now in the Gambia macha allah waaw mu nekk bergerie boo xam ne tam yaaga di ñu gunge di ñu sponsor waaw mu nekk bergerie boo xam ne comme saa nu ko waxee Abbas te mu ngi liggéey top niveau bergerie mooy tey xar yu baax ku ko bugg a soo fi ñëwee macha allah di nga ko am best génétique tey ku ko bugg a soo ñëwee fii di nga ko am parce que tey dégg la xar la wante xar yi day ute te xar yi day ginante tey mbooleem xar bu baax tey su fekkee mu ngi Sénégal tey deretam mu fi mu ngi Gambia rawatina si bergerie bi fii macha allah tey su ne montel ñëpp a ko xam tey si monde élevage su montel tey doomam mu ngi fii mooy Don Simon.
Wow, red, white, blue, white, green for the Gambia motherland. We stand, we strive, we work and pray that all may live in big unity, freedom, peace each and every day. Let's justice guide and drive our actions towards our brotherhood. As we say, nice Gambia is working hard each and every day to change the narrative of Africa. You and I can change the narrative of Africa. Never forget to call this dial. Talk to them live and directly. They are the best in the Gambia out of rest. They lead and others follow. Pop. Subscribe, like it. Basically, share it to the four corners of the world.